Hey everyone, it's Stranger Grayson here. Welcome back to another horror movie review. Today we'll be starting another horror movie franchise, and it is on one that is a little shorter, but still on the summer time technical thing. And if you take a quick deep dive on this film, then you will know that it is from summer. But this film was like one of the films that made people not want to swim in the ocean due to a certain fear that will be explained. That movie is Jaws. This film was never really, I don't think, needed a sequel. It was fine as its own little thing. No point in a sequel, but wow, what an amazing film if it was a standout film. This really, to me, had some of the best practical effects, besides the shark, of course, some of the best acting I've seen, and some of, if not the best, just character drama and performances. So, Jaws is necessarily a, how you call it, shark fear movie. So, what is it about, Jaws? What is it about? So this film opens up with a girl and a guy. They are at a party. They notice one another, and the girl decides to go skinny dipping, invites this guy to go along. They chase each other. Mind you, this guy's very drunk, so he can't race worth shit. So she goes out there, strips naked. You don't see it. It's a PG movie. You just see kind of glimpses of it. And it's all shadowed out, so you can't really see it because this movie was PG. So, this all goes down. And while she's out there swimming near the shore, we get introduced to our iconic theme song, the Jaws theme song. And let's just say the shark pulls her underwater and kills her very graphically. No blood or anything, but it is very shocking to some viewers. It did kind of scare me when I first watched it years ago. I think I was like 5-6 years old when I first watched this film. And it terrified me to go in the ocean. I was always afraid a shark was going to pull me down. But anyway, the girl gets killed. Guy passes out drunk. He doesn't remember what happened. He passes out literally on the ocean shore. But then we cut to our main character, Martin Brody. He is the police chief of Amity Island. And him and his wife have just moved there. He's kind of like the town newbie, even though he's the police chief. He finds out about the death from some reports. Then he goes and labels it as a shark attack. However, the mayor, Mr. Vaughn, I'm pretty sure is his name, wants to not cause a panic because 4th of July weekend is almost here. He doesn't want to create a panic. He wants the big bucks. He wants everybody to come tour. So he demands that Brody change the thing. He brings along a coroner or whatever, expert, and they demand that he changes it to a boating accident to not scare the people and to get phone calls. So he does that out of hesitation. He still does it. And the beaches are open. Everybody goes out swimming. Unfortunately, another kid gets attacked. Alex, he gets attacked and killed, which is actually the first time you've actually seen a kid. One of the first times you've seen a kid get killed in a horror film, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, this causes a whole panic. Everybody's freaking out. They're wanting to shut down the beaches. More stuff happens. We get introduced to another guy named Quint. They send in a marine biologist as well named Hooper. And Quint is wanting money to kill the shark, which eventually does happen. They do pay him. But some more stuff, unfortunate stuff happens until then. And once they get out there, I'm skimming through some of the parts because I don't want to spoil everything. Once they get out there, they give Quint the money. And him, Hooper, and Martin Brody go to hunt the shark down. Jaws is a movie that was based on a book. I have not read the book, but from what I understand, this movie is a little bit different from the book, especially towards the ending and some of the kills. This movie is actually is it written and directed by Steven Spielberg, or was it just directed? Where is it? Yeah, he directed the film. Steven Spielberg directed this film, one of his first movie directorial roles, I'm pretty sure. But this was without a doubt one of his best works. The whole character thing with Martin Brody, I think he's an amazing character. Roy Scheider plays him amazingly. It's a shame that he passed away in 2008, but man, he put on a very solid performance. Hooper's character, who is played by Richard Dreyfuss, I thought, once again, amazing job by Richard Dreyfuss as Hooper. And then Robert Shaw as Quint, amazing guy. But personally, out of the three, I think Brody is probably my favorite. The way the shark looks in the film, definitely not the greatest practical effects out there. The kills were gory, which is insane for me for a PG film. I figured it would be rated R for all the gore and the kills. But, man, this film had some of the best suspenseful moments that I've ever seen in a horror film. This film honestly made me not want to go in the water. Bruce the shark, who's a great white in this film, I think the practical effects might have been okay for that time, but watching it in 2023, when this movie came out in 75, man, you can tell the practical effects have definitely improved drastically. The kills in this film I thought were amazing. You know, Alex, while it is, you never want to see a kid die in a film, I thought that was pretty cool. And then, you know, the opening scene with Chrissy, she gets eaten. I thought that was pretty suspenseful. Even if it wasn't gory, it was just shocking and suspenseful. I really enjoyed that. A lot of terror into that. She gets dragged around or in the water and everything. The rest of the kills, I think you guys might enjoy. I'm not going to spoil any more because this movie is just a very sought-after film. It's very loved by the horror community. It's unfortunate that the sequels did kind of taint the franchise, which we will get into once I start reviewing the other three. But the ending to the movie, probably one of the best endings I've seen from Steven Spielberg as a director, and probably one of my favorite horror movie endings. Best ways to, probably the best way to end off the film. The location that we're set in at a beach, we've seen it at a lake with Camp Crystal Lake, but as a beach area where it's very highly public and full of tons of people, this did set way for, you know, many shark films to come, but none of them compare to Jaws. This film actually did make audiences afraid to go into water. I can't believe that this film is still impacting people to this day. Nowadays, people don't even want to go in the water simply because of this film. And it's just shocking what of an impact it left on the whole environment. There were some funny scenes between Brody and Quint, which I won't get into because I think you guys might have a laugh at that. Just the way Steven Spielberg threw in some comedy throughout this horror film, I thought was pretty funny. Martin Brody's kids, Sean and Michael, they were cute kids, especially Sean. Sean is just one of the cutest kids I've seen in a film, honestly. Not even horror related, just in general out of these films. Probably one of my favorite little kids to see in a film like this. He just kind of lightens the mood a little bit through his dad's dark times. But the mayor is a dick, I will be honest. Can be a dick, but he kind of lightens up right at the end. But yeah, other than that, very solid film. Great acting, great directing by Steven Spielberg. There were some moments in here that I think could have been done better, but other than that, very amazing shark film. And awesome horror film in general. So, that has been my review on Jaws from 1975. Did not get a remake, thank God. I hope it never gets a remake, because it's going to ruin it. But if I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it about an 8.5. Very, very good deep sea monster creature horror film. So that has been my review on Jaws. What is everyone's thoughts on it? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Would really love to hear your discussions. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next horror movie review. God bless, and have a good day. Bye, everyone.